they've left. So 2 or 3 years down the road, the company will compress the tree and bring it up. Well, if we're in the placement strategy that I'm in, the compression holds to the favor of the group, and therefore the compression goes up, and it deletes all of the dead space, which brings all enrollments up into your ranking, which changes your unit level, which means your sponsor level, where somebody would have sponsored somebody, and now that their downline is gone, I mean they're and they still enroll people that are active. Now you become the sponsor of this particular leg direct instead of level 1, 2, and 3. So you're bouncing through the screen here.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to the beginning.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and wrap up your thoughts. It's fine.
Yeah, but to wrap up the thought, the importance of unity is retention. You have to start your business over every 90 days. So on every 90 days, 90% of the people are at a loss. They're trying to recover what outside left, outside right, just that straight line. 85% of the people fall to the wayside, and you're always having to start over. And with this round line, it prevents cross-line recruiting. It prevents somebody from jumping ship because everybody's working with each other and not for each other, and everybody gets paid the same with the same volume, pushing all ships. Doctor?
Excellent. Thanks, Pastor Bear, for sharing the vision. I think for us, it was imperative for us to share that information about what the Power of Upward has been since we started. The key thing is the fact that all of you here are seasoned leaders. You guys know what to do. You guys know how to build. You build successfully. So you have the knowledge and the know-how, but we wanted to show you that we have the tools for you to be successful. So at this point in time, is there any questions so far from what we've shared before we go to the infinity reward system? Are there any questions so far? Pastor Sunday, I don't know if you want to comment or add or ask a question, or any of the country directors might want to comment or add or have a question.
Country directors, please ask questions.
Well, we're still soaking them in. I guess we can continue and we can repass the questions later.
All right, excellent. So I'm going to invite Pastor Bear to do the full presentation. So you guys, because last few days I did it, but let's give Pastor Bear the opportunity to make the presentation, and then after he's done, we'll come back with a question and answer. Hey, Pastor Bear, Mr. President, are you there?
I am, sir.
All right.
So
if you want to,
yeah,
I don't know if you're on camera or not, but we're ready. I'm share the slide.
Here we go. So guys, welcome to Upward's Infinity Reward System. We have one of the most lucrative comp plans in the entire industry. And the reason I know that is I've studied almost every comp plan. We have a hybrid comp plan you'll see as we enroll it. What we've created here is not just a perfect comp plan. We believe it's the comp plan that has the mechanics to generate true wealth. So we will create millionaires upon millionaires upon millionaires, and that's USD out of this comp plan. There's 11 ways to earn, and we're going to be going through these. So I'm going to zip through some of the slides and elaborate on the other. 11 ways to earn for the Infinity Reward System. Number 1 is wholesale to retail profit. The second one, as you saw on Margarita's slide, was a fast start bonus that paid her an additional $2,000 US just for the week, just by her enrollments and getting people to order their packages. The fast mentorship bonus was the people that they enrolled. Vanish and auto ship, we have an Infinity team bonus, which is the binary. We have the unilevel bonus, which you're going to see we pay down up to 10 generations. Unilevel bonus match. We have a rank advancement bonus, a lifestyle leadership multiplier reward. And I'm sure you're going to love this because we have the ability to pay you to build your organization and work length and depth, to work width and depth in your team and get paid up to 12 times. We have a global leadership bonus, and then we have the rewards plan. So there's getting started with Upward. There's three ways you can do it. Number one, you can do it as a brand partner. Number two, you can be a preferred customer. And number three, you can be a retail or a guest customer. So to be a brand partner, it's pretty simple. The preferred customer and brand partners are the two we're going to kind of identify. You either going to be a customer, you're going to be a brand partner. Otherwise, you're just going to be a retail person. Number one, there's no enrollment fee for either one. Number two, you get at least 25% or higher discount on all product or retail prices as a brand partner. Personal account, you get a back office, you get the ability to build and see and track your business. You get to enroll other brand partners, which is important in using a reward system to get paid. You get to activate your free account and earn rewards. But as a preferred customer, here's where it varies a little. You did not earn commissions. You cannot retail product at all. You're just buying product for yourself, basically. You can upgrade to become a distributor, and then 50% of the PV generated from orders on this will actually go towards your Vanish and Auto Show. And a retail customer, we know what a retail customer is. Go ahead, Ben. Next slide. Rewards plan basics. Let's start on the right. To stay active and commission qualified on a weekly basis, you have to have a minimum, or a monthly basis, you have to have a minimum of 25 personal volume bases every 28 days. So that's to be active. To participate in the comp plan, the compensation plan, you have to be active at the sponsor volume that you do. Then you have to be qualified, one left, one right. So there's three, 1, 2, 3. And the one left, one right, they both have to be on a minimum qualifying 25 points. Now we have rewards plans, and brand partners must buy an enrollment pack to activate their account. And you'll see that you can come in as low as 55 points all the way up to 1,100 points on the pack. The reward plan basics, it's a weekly payout. We pay commission active period. Remember I said your business runs every 28 days. It's a 28-day auto ship cycle also. Monthly active, you got to be at least 25 points. And the reason we use points values is because of the different dollar to Naira ratio, and also the Canadian and the yen and wherever else we're going to in UK and all the different things. So we run a point value. So a minimum 25 points a monthly status to be active on 28 days. And then on the commission payout, you have a smart ship holding account that we're going to go over later for brand partners. Sovereign tax account we're going to be putting into place to cover some of the discussions that we had with Pastor Sunday. And commission payouts is every Wednesday. So every Wednesday you can expect a paycheck. Every Wednesday, like clockwork. We're not going to miss a pay. And we've never missed a pay yet. And then the monthly third day of next month, we've changed everything on this to every week. So anything that's accumulated will be paid out every week. We don't want you to have to wait till the following month. So we have adjusted the comp plan and the coding. That way it doesn't generate and cycle on a monthly, it cycles every week for you. And there's 11 ways to earn. Now, we read these once, but let's recap. Number one, wholesale to retail. Number two, fast start bonus. Number three, mentorship bonus. Number four is a Vanish and Auto Ship. This is going to be very key to a lot of the African market. As they pick up people that don't want to do the business, just want to buy the product, they're now going to operate their business for free and have some of them points go towards their auto ship. Therefore, it's vanishing. Number five, Infinity Team binary bonus. Number six, unilevel bonus. And number seven is generational matching bonus, which paid weekly. And number 8 and 9 is where I'm most excited. This is the biggest change we've made in the comp plan to make it so lucrative for you that you can get paid every week, like more, almost as if you do it fast, $1.5 million is on the line if you do these two. So number 10 is a global leadership bonus pool that'll be pulled every week. And then 11 is the luxury getaways, and we're all aware of those. So wholesale to retail profit is paid weekly. Every enrolled brand partner can earn up to 25% commission from retail to guest. And in customers, they also earn a 20% commission from preferred customers. Now, they earn 20% commission plus the preferred customers volume. Half of it goes into your Vanish and Auto Ship, which we're going to cover in a few minutes. So the preferred customers who purchase on a replicated website, only 50% of the PV generated from this sale goes towards your brand partner's personal qualifying volume. That means what personal qualified volume simply means what it takes to, what is required to keep you active, not qualified, keep you active in the business. Setting Upwards products directly to your customers is the start of a solid foundation for your business. Retail customers get 25%. Preferred customers, you get 20% on. Fast Start bonus paid weekly. Now, this is so important because you'll see the power of this instantly. I mean, it's live calculated. You'll know what's coming in based upon the volume that you brought in on brand new enrollment packs. The Fast Start bonus is paid on the initial customer gathering efforts to all new brand partners who have purchased this Upward product enrollment pack. And you have to understand, you have to get an enrollment pack to activate your account. So this is a fast start that you're going to get paid right out of the gate just for enrolling people and getting them to order. So each qualified and active brand partner earns 22% Fast Start bonus on all personal volume that is created from the enrollment packs by the new brand partners as they personally enrolled and get them to join their team. 22% from the PV. And if you remember us earlier going over Margarita Schvatz, she made an additional $2,200 or $2,000. I don't remember the exact number, but it was minimum $2,000 just from that bonus alone for the week. That's what got her up above the cap plan. So number 3 is a fast mentorship bonus, and you'll notice that she earned substantially to get her people to duplicate. And this is how we had $40,000 paid out in commission down the line. I mean, we had some people earning an extra $500 to $1,000 a week part-time with no selling. It was amazing. So the mentorship bonus paid weekly each time your personally enrolled brand partners sell an Upward enrollment pack, you receive a fast mentorship bonus. Now listen. It's one thing to order product, but remember I said to open your account, you have to have a enrollment pack to get started. And what we've altered is every time you sell an enrollment pack to these brand partners that you're bringing on, or they do a repeat enrollment pack, we're still going to pay you that same commission. The first upline gets 20% of the Fast Start bonus, 10% to the second, and 5% to the third. So we're going to give you 3 levels of the mentorship bonus because we want to teach you to help your people work their depth and not just enroll somebody and leave them hanging. So level 1 is 20%, 10% down. Now the Vanish and Auto Ship is the number 4 that we were talking about. If you find 4 preferred customers enrolled as a Smart Ship program of 50 points or above, 25 of that volume points will actually be automatically coded to your personal PV, which is allowed to keep you active. And if you get a certain amount of personal volume, you no longer have to purchase product because the preferred customers have covered what you would have to. Now, listen, if you only have a 25-point value on your active account, meaning you're only holding 25%, you're only going to earn 4% on the binary. If you have 50 points on your binary or your active account, remember, you got to be active qualified. If you carry 50 points yourself on the 28-day cycle, during that week that you're at 50 points, we're going to pay you 6% on the binary. And here's where most companies held at 100 PV, well, they pay out 10% on the binary. Now, we wanted to make this so lucrative that we wanted you to have ability to step up and about and above. So if you carry a 200-point volume, and you'll notice that a lot of the American lines will carry 200 PV because it's just what they do. They'll order that much product for their family and their friends and have enough to share. And now they can earn to full earning potential of 14% on the binary. So let's just say you had earned you had 10,000 volume points on a binary, and you had the right amount of sponsor volume. If you calculated the binary cycle, 10,000 would be $1,000 at 10%. But because you had 200 PV, you now get $1,400 on that same volume just for carrying the extra volume yourself. Next. Infinity Team binary bonus. Now this is where the power of the round line instead of a down line really comes into play. Obviously, we just talked about the points and the volumes of anywhere from 25 PV pays you 4% on this. So if the top person is you and you only had 25 points and enough volume went, you only get 4% of the payout. But if you have up to 14% at 200 PV, so it's gonna range from wherever you feel comfortable participating in the comp plan. So on the right, we have the maximum commission that you can earn on the binary. Now, this is not the maximum commission you can earn on the week. This is just that you can earn based upon sponsor tree volume and the caps that have been put in place on what it takes to rank advanced. So at the star, the max capacity is $1,000 a week. Now, here's where I want to really dive into the star rank. This unilevel binary comp plan placement strategy that I've created has generated multiple people earning $1,000 a week for the rest of their life by just helping out in the beginning and still trying to carry the roll 4 or 5 people. And then as our team grows, it's not their sponsors, it's just the people that are enrolled around them. You still have to have sponsor volume to move up the ranks, but eventually these little bitty placements will carry about $1,000 a week because of the volume that the team itself can generated. That's why we put a cap on the max you can earn is $1,000 a week at the star maker. The max you can earn is $1,500, and then all the way down to about $25,000 every week to become a diamond. But the power of that next generational shift from diamond to blue diamond, you now can earn. Now, this is just the binary. That's everything that the entire organization, all of Upward International enrollments, with that wherever they fall and come through, wherever they come through, the max you can earn up to that diamond level is $25,000 based upon your sponsor tree participation, which means the unilevel that you put in and your people. But the volume on the binary is the hardest to make up. So when you go down to diamond and blue diamond and down, you potentially can earn over $1 million every week, depending on how big this organization gets. So generational check match, unilevel generational match. We're going to pay you down 10 levels. So, but here's the thing. We want to teach you the power of duplication and to intertwine the unilevel with people's binary. So as we're growing their unilevel, as you particular are growing your personal team's volume on their unilevel, we're going to pay you down 10 generations. Now, the biggest jump, we pay 5% all the way down except on level number 3. We'll give you an additional 2% to hit that 3rd generation, because I've noticed over the course of the last 20 years that level 3 is where the magic starts to happen. So if you can get level 3 to kick off, I'm telling you, it's possible you may hit 20, 30 levels, but the key is level 3, not the person you enrolled, not the person they enrolled, but the person the 3rd level down. If you can duplicate and you personally help down 3 levels, the power of duplication will go down, and literally no man left behind. You'll be able to create generational wealth down your entire organization. And now we're talking about team commissions. Everybody on your team getting a commission. That's what we're interested in. We're not interested in what you make. We're interested in what the entire organization makes, because we want to have longevity in this business, and we want to make sure that as our business starts over every 90 days, we're not constantly trying to replace people with people lost. We're just adding new people to the people that are stable. So unilevel leadership match. This is something a little bit different. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to pay you a little additional, and that's why our comp plan is so lucrative. We're basically just paying you to bless people. If you lock arms with somebody and you don't leave them until they are stable, it's like growing up a child. You feed him, you clothe him, you bathe him until one day he says, "Hey, Dad, I got this." And that's what we're working towards. Thousands and thousands and millions of people under your care and your line to say, "Hey, Dad, I got this." So as for starting from senior manager, which is right at the mid level, this is where most people take their business serious. If you're not at this level and above, you're dabbling at this. This is where you have a business that actually is a real business. So from senior manager all the way down on level 1, we're going to give an additional 10% on generational match. And then starting from senior executive down, we're going to give an additional 5% on your second generation. Next slide, please. So here is where I am the most excited person in Upward. Dr. Ben couldn't even contain me. I was jumping for joy knowing that we were able to do something that no other company in the history of multi-level marketing has ever even thought about. How would you like to earn an additional $1.5 million, $1.515 million just for moving up the rank, doing your job? It's an upward rank advancement bonus and a lifetime. We just compiled them together. As a brand partner's business grows, you can earn up a one-time rank advancement bonus. In order for a brand partner to qualify, they must obtain the qualifications, and we're going to be going over those if we haven't. For the enrollments for their achieved rank, that means you got it. All the hoops that we could take out, we took them out. You see, the house always wins. And I want you to know Upward International is going to win, but you're the house. We made this comp plan so lucrative. We made you the house of Upward. This isn't our company. This is your company. This equity bonuses that we're given in here is literally almost like a 50-50 split minus expenses. You don't understand the power of leverage you have with what we've handed you. After 6 months with us, if you're not lucrative, I don't know what to say. We've got everything together, and we're going to build together. But here's where I want to really separate us from every other company on the planet, not just the industry, on the planet. Not only do we have the greatest bonus plan, we have we have a way to keep it paying every year that you're in the business with us. As a star, we've come up with an achievement reward and a superstar bonus. Now, rank number star and rank star maker, here's where I want to make it very clear. This is a one-time shot. One time, thank you, welcome aboard. If you become a star, which that's one left, one right, with a minimum of 500 points on each side, we're going to give you an additional $25 as a bonus. But if you do it within the 28-day, the first 28-day cycle, we're going to give you a superstar bonus and give you an additional $25. Now, you understand this bonus here is above and beyond all the comp plan we talked about. This is what makes this the most lucrative company in the history of MLM. We're going to give you a $50 bonus on level number 1 on the star. On a star maker, you get $50. And if you do it in the first 28 days, you get a superstar bonus of $50. Now, please note that the rewards are not accumulated. We pay this every week. So at the rank of manager, if you hit manager, we give you $100 US or whatever it breaks down into your e-wallet for Naira, but it'll be equivalent to $100 US. And if you do it in the first 28 days, we're going to give you an additional $100. Now, here's where it gets very interesting. We have a lifestyle multiplier. We're the only company that I know of that says, hey, thank you. How would you like to earn that again? We will give you, for manager and senior manager, up to 6 times total on this. So as a rank of manager, you can earn the bonus. You can earn $600 by hitting it. Instead of a one-time $100, we'll pay you 6 times during the course of the year. So which means if you hit it this month and you don't hit it for another 3 months, you know you got 5 more times you can hit it. But at senior manager, here's where, remember I said, here's where your business starts to solidify itself. We'll pay you $250. And then anytime you hit it. Now you notice that it went from 28 days to anytime. Did you catch that? And then the superstar bonus, we're going to give it an incentive trip local for training that we can work with you to make sure that you're on track to not only produce greater results in your business, but that we can facilitate a way that we can help you structure the rest of your team to make sure we keep them tight, that everybody's earning. So you can earn $1,500 on this bonus. And going from this step forward is where I personally wish I was just a distributor. We never had this when I was a distributor, I promise you. And once you hit the rank of director, our multiplier now goes from 6 times, so you can earn it 12 times during the course of the year. 12 times. And one thing I want to tell you about this is our lifestyle multiplier ends at the end of the year. And it starts over on January 1st of every year, which means every year that you're in business with us, just by holding these ranks at the rank of director, we're going to pay you $12,000 extra a year just for holding the rank. You can collect it up to 12 times. And if you blow this up, and you can look on your screen, we'll pay you $15,000, up to $15,000. So the bonus on director will be $1,000. If you hit it 12 times, you get $12,000. Senior director, you hit it $1,250. You'll get $15,000 for extra for the year. Above and beyond unilevels, fast start, mentorship, above the binary, above the unilevel. This is just for holding the rank, all the way down from 3,000, 6,000, 10,000. Which, let me go to the big number, multiplied by 12. You can earn 12,000, 15,000, 24,000. These are all US dollar, USD. 72,000, 120,000, 180,000 USD, 360,000, and up to 720,000 USD. Now you understand that every year you're in business, and if you hold the rank of Crown Ambassador, you already know what your starting value is. You're already starting at minimum $720,000 for the year before you enroll another person starting January 1st. Global leadership bonus from diamond and above, the weekly bonus, the max you can earn. Now, this is everything that's in global. That would be the U.S. We take pool fund. We take money from all proceeds, all sales from Africa, from U.S., from Canada to Australia to U.K. to Hong Kong, Thailand, Japan, Australia, Korea, Germany, Switzerland, and we throw it in a pool fund, which means all those people from diamond and above get an additional pay for helping us build the company. So as a diamond, you can get an additional $1,000 US. As a blue diamond, up to 2,000, all the way down to an additional $10,000 a week. I'm talking every week. Can you imagine earning an additional $10,000 a week for something just by being in at the right place at the right time with the right product, the right leadership, the right mentorship, and the right company and the right cause? Can you imagine saying, hey, this company, Upward, not only have they empowered me with the Rhapsody of Reality, not only have they empowered us with the best products on the planet, they have paid us from all across the world just because we united for the gospel. Luxury getaways. Everybody knows everybody wants to go somewhere. I personally have been around the world 3 times, and my favorite place is home. Here at Upward, we want to create a home to where the whole world belongs to you. That the company compensation plan is so lucrative, at the drop of a phone call, you can say, hey, I'm going to the Bahamas, I'm going to the Diamond Trips. But instead of you paying for it, we'd like to pay for it. Would you mind if we give you an all-exclusive trip? And we're going to be talking about this, and we're going to be picking a place together of where we'd like to vacation together. Upward Revive. Our vision of vitality and prosperity isn't limited to just individuals. It extends to the wider world as well. You understand, our goal is to impact over 1 billion people. So after all, the culture of Upward is rooted in caring for self, for the community, for the nature, for the world. This is why Upward Global has created Upward Cares, which is a public charity dedicated to providing nutritional support and impoverished children and families around the world. On the 15th of every month, Upward leaders are assigned to various charities and the communities and service engagements to carry out the message upward to the world. And I think with the African leadership, Pastor Sunday will be in charge of that. And friends, this is our lucrative comp plan. We pray in the name of Jesus that that we can tell you how to get this and stay with this forever. How to rank is very most important. Say, here, we told you what you get. Now let me tell you how to get it. How do you get it? You'll see, and most of you are seasoned veterans, but you'll see on the top of the white bar, it says rank, and then it says LTV, which stands for lesser team volume. You'll see in the middle, it says STV, which stands for sponsor tree volume. And remember the caps I was referring to? That stands for max sponsor tree leg, max sponsor tree volume, single leg, which means there's a cap on what you can count going all the way up to hit these executive ranks. And that's the power of building the placement strategy that I was talking about. we take the unilevel from if you take all your unilevel and you mix it inside the binary, that way you've got unilevel under unilevel. You're enrolling unilevel under your own unilevel, which will drive the binary and help all teams. So and by doing this, you uncap yourself so that the max sponsor tree volume from any single leg should not hold you to a certain rank, and it'll unlock the entire compensation plan with a round line. So on the star, the lesser team volume, that's one left, one right. And remember, to qualify in this comp plan, how you rank, you have to be active and qualified. Now we've got that accomplished. Now let's talk about volume, what you bring to the table. So lesser team is a star. Now that star volume doesn't matter if you brought it or the binary brought it. Somebody that you've never met from America, if they buy products and the volume goes through your legs, that's called volume. So that's why the sponsor tree volume leg was put in place. So you could have 100 million points going through both sides, but if you only have a sponsor volume of 500 points or 800 points, the cap on the binary you can only earn $1,000. That's why that cap was put there. So at 500 points on the lesser team, you have to have a sponsor tree volume, whether it's on your left or your right. It does not matter to upward where you place it, as long as you have a sponsor volume of sponsor volume of 1,000 sponsor volumes, and the lesser team volume and the left and the right have to have minimum 500 points. And down accordingly, Star Maker, you have to have 1,500 points on the lesser team volume, but you have to have 2,000 volume points that you generated from your unilevel, and then 3,000 to become a manager, and 4,000 sponsor tree volume. And then on senior manager, which is 5,000 volume points, you have to have 7,000 sponsor tree volume. Now here's where it gets exciting. The senior director, which Margarita Schvetz hit. Here's where I know the numbers hit solid. Here's the one I know the best because it just happened with us. You had to have 11,000 volume points on each side. That's 22,000 volume points. But you only had to have 15,000 volume points on sponsor volume. Now she hit this rank with 20,455 sponsor tree volume, which exceeded the sponsor volume that she needed. So she solidified her business, but she did not make, she solidified the executive sponsor volume, but she did not make 15,000 on the volume points on each side. So she capped herself as senior director with just a little more enrollments in volume points. She could have hit this rank because it did the volume points of 15,000 on the executive on each side. Didn't matter if it came from the binary or hers, as long as she had her sponsor volume. So as moving forward, now you see the power of the binary combining the teams will allow you to hold your ranks and allow you the luxury of working with everybody in your organization instead of just chasing your paycheck. So senior executive, 20,000 on the lesser leg, 35,000 volume, and accordingly all the way up to the upper crown.
Excellent, Pastor Ben. I mean, every day I kind of hear you speak about this compliance. I just think about the wisdom that it took to put this together and the improvement that God has kind of brought to us on the compliance. So we're going to open up for questions because I know there's going to be a lot of questions, but we're here to answer. We can go over that because the purpose of this meeting is to make sure people get comfortable with the compliance. So we want to deconstruct it. We want to demystify it. So it's open for Q&A right now. Pastor Sunday, you can lead leaders. You can directly ask questions, but we want to demystify this. That way, everybody gets to a point of comfort. And this video is going to be available. We'll share it, and you'll be able to spend time looking at it. All right, so Q&A, guys.
Leaders, you can ask your questions, please.
And if you need me to share if you need me to share flash the screen, I can flash it back and you can ask specific question. Now the presentation. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pastor Bear, for the beautiful presentation.
Yes, there's quite a lot of information for us to catch up in a short period of time, but I believe by the time we'll start the business and also start presenting the opportunity to our prospects and team, we'll sure get a better understanding. Well, going forward, I would like you to, if you won't mind, kindly go back on the multiplier effect. I don't really catch it very well. Please
Okay.
expatiate a little bit more on the multiplier effect.
Sure. So the multiplier is a simple way of, instead of a one-time rank advancement bonus like most companies do, we want to make sure that if we want to pay you to hold your rank, because a lot of companies, a lot of people have a real flash, big orders. They'll hit the rank and then they drop down, and they never are able to hit the rank again until they sustain themselves. So what we put in place, and I did not say this, and now I need to say it, is, remember I said we pay you a multiplier. The reason the multiplier was put into place is we don't want to penalize you for making a good run, and then now you're backwards, starting down at a lower rank. So during the accumulated time, if you hit, go back to the multiplier, Ben, and put me on the second one with the crown and below. The directors. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now that we're on here, let's just say that, you know what, go back to the next one. Go back to the first one. So let me just say, so we all know that the multiplier on this level, on manager and senior manager, is we pay you 6 times instead of 12. So let's just say you hit the next rank above senior manager or director or senior director, and you have a good run and you can collect up to 12 times a year by holding that rank. But let's just say you made that rank this week. The following week, because everything's cycled, you now need new volume and you drop all the way back down to senior manager, or you drop down to manager because you got paid out on that cycle. You now can collect 5 more times on this level. By hitting there. So we pay you every week for no matter what rank you hit, up to 6 times on manager up and senior manager, and up to 12 times, therefore, up each year. So we're not penalizing you for working hard and then dropping backwards. We want to encourage you to get back to where you were, because now you can get extra money just by maintaining your people, because our business starts over every 90 days. And as we grow our business and we're working with depth, it's going to take an adjustment. And the adjustment is, it's not going to be we hit crown this week and we're going to hold crown forever. Now, I pray to God that's what happened. That's what happened in my business, but only because we worked depth. We created 3 generations of black diamonds with the last time I was actually building on a field, back to back to back every week because of it. But we didn't have any multiplier. So the people that invested their money, this is a great way for them to achieve the same rank and help their people achieve that rank to push them up. And that way it gets more money back into your pocket to recover the investment that you had. It's trying to structure your team.
All right, let me add to this. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let me find a way to explain that further. All right, so this is my screen here. So what I want you to do is, I want you to put a line here. I want you to draw a line here. So this is, this color is not really good. Let's use red. So when you're thinking about the multiplier, put a line here, okay? Starting from here. So if you, let's say you hit the rank of director, let's say we add the other screen here, director, and you get 1,000, and here it's times 12. This is 12,000. Okay. So this is times 12. So 2 lines. This is X12, and this is X6. All right. So when you hit the rank of star, it's 1 time. When you when you hit the rank of star maker, it's 1 time. This is 1 time. This is done. When you get this, this is done. However, once you cross this threshold, once you cross this line, okay, if you stay within 6x, you can hit manager rank up to 6 times. So this week, if you're a manager, you get 100. Next week, if you're a manager, you get another 100. The next week, you're a manager, you get 100 and 100. You keep going that up to 6 times. Most companies, what they will do is they'll give you that one time only. Most companies will give you one time anytime you hit a rank. But for us, like Pastor Best said, we want to encourage you to continue to rank. So if you hit the rank of manager, the first time you do that, you hit that rank of manager, that means you've got 5 more left. So the second time you hit it, you have 4 more left. The next time you hit it, it keeps going. However, per adventure, you had a good run. Okay, so remember, you got 4 more left on the manager. Per adventure, you can have a good run next week, and you go all the way to the rank of a director from manager rank. So this time around, we're going to pay you 1,000. And now you're in a multiplier times 12. So now you're in 12x. So on the rank of director, you would be 12x, and you take 1,000 one time. So now you have only 11 times left. At the same time, remember, manager, you've only got 4 because you've taken 2 out of it. So if you slide back to the rank of manager from the rank of director, then you subtract 1 more out of this 4. So -1. So you now have 3 left. So if you go all the way again from here to another rank, you now are also going to be counting. So the key thing is that it starts from the rank of manager. The second key factor is the fact that between manager and senior director, you're 6x. You can get that time 6. Then from the rank above, I think executive, executive, you can 12x. And you can do it multiple times. You can do it multiple times. As long as you've not exhausted earning on this rank of manager, you can still earn it whether you go from a diamond back to it. I don't know if that helps.
Thank you very much. That really helped. So what happens? Okay, let's assume now that you're the rank of a manager and you now slip to a star maker.
All right, good question. So remember, star maker and star, one time. It's one time.
Yep.
So if you go from here to star maker, you've already earned that.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get anything more because it's a one-time bonus. However, manager, you can earn it 6 times. Senior manager can earn it 12 times. Senior manager can earn it 6 times as well. Anything below that is 12 times.
And maybe I should rephrase the question. Now, let's assume you're at the rank of a manager, you slip to a star maker, then the subsequent week, you now move back to a manager. Does it continue?
Yes. Yes. So first week, so this is week 1. Week 1, you get so week 1, you get the first, and if you do it within the speed, you get what they call it. So now you have 500 here. Right.
But we want to point out that the superstar bonus only pays one time. It doesn't pay when you do it the first 28 days.
Right. So the superstar bonus is linked to the first 28 days. So week 2, you are here. Right. So week 2, you're here because you've not attained this. You're going to attain this one time. So week 2, you get this one time. So week 3, right? Go ahead.
Can I point out something? Now, let's just say you jumped in and the first rank you hit is senior manager and you've never collected the star maker, and then you drop, you get it one time.
Right. So week 3, now I'm going to make it bad. Week 3, you're now a star. So this is week 3. You're now a star. So you're going to get your $25 here one time. All of this, if you do it at the right time, you're going to get one time. So now you go from here back to here at week 4. So this is week 4. You would earn this. So you count this as 1. So after you're done with this, you're never going to come back here again after you're done with this. So now you've taken 500. 500 is left here. Here you have 1,400 left.
And you're helping your people do the same thing. So they're getting the same money that you are by doing the rank.
Does that, Demi, does that answer the question?
very much. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Demi, I wanted to point out one more thing. If you accomplish every bonus and move up the ranks from star to all the way to upward ambassador, and you collect all of them, you make 1.5 million, but an additional $15,000 in there. 1.5 million is the entire payout that you can get above and beyond the comp plan of the unilevel and the binary. That's
So
our
what
way of
most,
saying.
yeah, what most companies do is they give you just one-time bonus on all of this ranks. We have kind of modified that. All right,
And it starts over the next year. So each year you can earn an additional $1.5 billion if you move up through the ranks again. But you should never have to do that. You should always just take the big money.
all right. So next question, please.
Okay, so my next question will need to move to the slide on how to achieve the ranks.
Okay.
Okay, I think that was about the second to the last, if not the last slide.
Yeah, I'm gonna share that now.
I didn't hear the question.
How to achieve ranks. So let me do a screenshot of that too. That way we can draw on it. Just give me a second. Let's see if that is up. All right, go ahead, please.
Okay, so the terms there, I could say some LTV and STV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the LTV, what does it stand for then?
Lesser team volume. That's, you have a strong side and a weak side. So whatever this, and in a perfect business, each week it should flop back and forth as you're growing, but the lesser leg, the volume. So it doesn't matter how much is on the strong side, it matters how much on the weak side. That's why we build a round line, but it's a lesser team volume.
Okay, so now lesser team volume and the strong team volume.
That's the binary, the binary.
So
Okay.
so the
So
difference is this is from your binary weaker leg. This is basically your weaker leg on your binary.
That's
The
the entire
LTV.
organization.
Go ahead.
That's the
Okay,
entire
so now-
organization for the lesser team volume. Sponsor STV is the people that is what's called your unilevel. That's the people that you directly enrolled and the people they directly enrolled. You have to hit these particular ranks. This is only your efforts and your personal team's efforts. This isn't everybody's efforts. But all the other volume will be made up on the binary of everybody's efforts, but you still have to, in order to hit upward crown, you have to, from star to crown, you have to have each one of these sponsor tree volumes. Sponsor means personal sponsor volume, which would be, let's just say, going down on the thing, that would be like if you enrolled me and I enrolled Sarah, and Sarah enrolled Johnny, and Johnny enrolled the cup or the dog or the cat. It's that particular line. There's a max sponsor tree volume leg. So no matter how big we get, you have to have a second leg to move up the ranks that's producing. That's why there's a cap on these legs.
So Demi, did you follow with that, or do you want me to kind of just construct it a little bit?
Please do.
All right. So the rank of star, what it is basically.
Hello, this is Dr.
Yes.
Pius.
Pius, go ahead, sir. Dr. Pius.
Yeah, so I was looking at it for the star. You say in the lesser 10 volume, you need to it where, and that can come from either from spillovers or from your unilevel downlines. And then you have the STV, which is your sponsor tree volume. So that means the people that you personally brought in and the people that they also brought in. Okay, then now you go to the max XTV for single leg, meaning from the 1,000 volume that you need for your XTV, let's say you have 3 direct people that you sponsored, one of those three can only give you 500 out of those 1,000 XTV that you need. The other two, we have to produce the extra 500. If
Absolutely correct.
if one of those ones gives you more than 500 and you still have an XTV of 1,000, you won't still be qualified as a star because you need a maximum of one leg giving you 500 so that the other two should give you a combination of the remaining 500, right?
Almost.
Absolutely correct.
No, almost. The one thing is you don't have to have the max you can count towards one leg at the small rank is 500. Now you can have all three legs. You can have it all distributed all the way across 3 legs. It could be put in 10 legs. It doesn't matter how many legs, but the maximum that you can count towards that is only 500 points. That's why it doesn't matter how many binary volume points you get. You got to have a personal 1,000 volume points somewhere and remain active and qualified on both sides.
Yes. So, but we're looking at the maximum weekly commission will be $1,000. So I'm trying to see how possible that is, because if we look at a star, which you say the lesser team volume is $500. I mean, 500 points. And that is where you are going to be earning your 4, 6, 10, or 10 or 12, or 14%. So if that is what you're going to be earning the percentage from, is not going to give you that 1,000 maximum for the week.
That's actually not true, Pastor Bias. What is true is the binary income for the organization could have 10,000 volume points down that leg. But yeah, just you have to have minimum 500 points. Just like when Margarita Schvetz hit senior director, she had 20,000 points, but she could only count 11,000 of it because of her max. So therefore, if there was 10,000 points, because these organizations keep building, it's got nothing to do with you. It's got something to do with the binary building power of the line. So you could have 10,000 points, but the only minimum requirement is you have to have only 500. So if there's 10,000 points on each side and you only have participated enough to get a sponsor tree volume of 1,000 sponsor volume, you can you can't move up to the next rank because that's all you've accumulated. You'd have to have 2,000 volume points to hit the star maker. Therefore, if at 10% on the binary at 10,000 points on each side, we're going to pay you $1,000 if you're active and qualified and maintain 1,000 sponsor tree volume. That's the power of the unity of the line. And we've done this hundreds and hundreds of times. This is a binary hybrid plan. That's why we put a cap on it to make sure that we don't pay out $10,000 to somebody who's only sponsored 2 people.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the explanation. So
I hope we have a PDF soft copy of this that we can go over again as we also listen to this recorded presentation again.
Yeah, that should be available tonight. Pastor Sunday will share that with everybody. So we have a PDF ready to go. This same document, you have it.
Yeah, and also remember, we're here for you. If there's any question, it doesn't really matter if it's night and day. If I'm up, Pastor Sunday asked me, we're here to make sure that every question is answered, that if we want to make sure everybody on this call maximizes every piece of pay that's available. We want to make sure that you get it in your organization. We want everybody in your team earning every commission. Can you imagine 100 people earning $1.5 million on your team? Hallelujah.
Another thing also is that the software actually sets this up for you. So you're not going to manually need to figure this out because it's right there. So this is our demo account. You have that summary here for your ranking, right? So you're going to be able to see where you are Yes, Dr. Pius, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So you'll be able to look at it at this software on the back office to see how your volumes are progressing.
Yes,
Yeah,
you'll be
it's
able to see
live.
where you
It's
are.
live for you. I mean, it's every time something's processed, it updates.
And one of the
Okay.
things that we did to make it really possible for you is that you need 4 legs to be
Yeah.
the top account in this company, 4 strong legs. So we've shown you your top 5, right? So you're going to be able to click directly here, and you're going to be able to see your top. Well, you're going to be able to see your top 5. That way, you're not thinking, is Dr. Sunday working, is Pastor Bear working? You're just going to see the top guys that are working, and you can help build with that. So when you click,
That way you know
here,
where to spend your time.
yeah. So when you click here, you're going to be able to see that information.
Okay. And then so invariably in building your team, do you obviously you need to have at least one on your right, one on your left in the binary. And if you do have a lot of spillover volumes, can you then concentrate maybe more of your personal response on a particular leg and
Yes.
just have just one on the other leg?
Yes. But that's what we're getting rid of. That's what we don't want. That's what most companies do. And what ended up happening is the person, you'll never be able to help the person that you put on the weak side. That's why we've created a round line. If you allow us to help you with the placement, you'll never be chasing that problem. That's where 90% of the industry fails, is because of that problem. But yes, if it happens that way, you can focus on it. But we want to structure it out of the gate the correct way so that we don't lose people in the process of trying to earn a paycheck. But the answer is yes.
All right, that's great.
And you're going to have reports. You're going to have reports over here. You're going to be able to see where things are coming from. You're going to be able to see the volume, your current weekly. So you're going to be able to see where all of these activities are happening. You can see all of your downline information, your binary tree. So you have access to data, to dates. It would allow you first-hand information to be able to make decisions. But I think the key thing for me is this this volume report, this volume summary. Right in your face. If you need to know the 5 guys that will help you hit the rank next week that you need to call. I mean, you can have 20 people, but if you want to look at just top 5, just click on that link. You're going to be able to see the volumes that they have. And you're also going to be able to see their information here. You're going to be able to click and follow up on that.
So I wanted to point out
Okay.
when our distributor hit senior director, she had how many 8 sponsor legs or 12 sponsor legs that she had used. So the volume was spread. So she never even come close to using a third of the max volume spread out across. That way she would never be capped on that. The only thing she got capped on was the binary volume because she went way over on the sponsor volume. So as long as we keep working, all the volume will keep pushing up, and eventually the same effort will take you to the next rank by default. But
Here's a live view here. So you can see that
yes.
live view. You can see the different top 5 accounts based on their PV. Once you can click on that, then you can now see very specific. You can see everybody, but then you can see the specific ones that, whether it's on your left or on your right, and how much PV they're bringing. So you're going to be able to use this to help you to be successful.
All right, that's great.
Yes, sir.
So I also do, when I was helping her, I was teaching her what I have learned in the industry, but it's not on the back office. It's called running your pipeline and your boards with projected auto ships, the stuff that you know will be coming, so that you know that every 28-day cycle, your business starts over. And so you know that this week, let's just say you had a big order from this person, and then they got 3 weeks where there is no order, but that's just them building, that when it comes back to the 28th day where their reorder comes in, that's called your boards and your pipelines. So when we run our pipeline and our boards, we have a manual calculation. That way we uncap ourselves. It's not necessary until you're trying to hit big diamond, blue diamond, stuff like that. But that's why Dr. Ben had the 5 sponsor tree legs put in, because when you're moving up to the mid, what we call mid level, you're probably going to be doing it with only 3 legs anyway. But if you have what we do is called soup, where we sponsor volume, all the unit levels in 10 or 12, 15, 20 people. The goal is not to only sponsor 4 legs. We want to sponsor 100 legs. The things that get you to Black Diamond are the things you have to do to keep you at Black Diamond. So that's why we make sure that we pay you in depth so that you hold the rank when you hit $1 million a year with us. We want you to make it every year and provide a home, because the house always wins. You become the house. We want you to have a home that you can feel comfortable knowing that if something happens, should the rapture tarry or something should happen to you, that the wealth that you've accumulated will pay generational income and pay your families for all your effort. We don't lose anything ever again.
That's great.
All right. So does anybody have any questions in terms of the, because that's one differentiator that we have. Does anybody have any question on the vanishing auto ship or the different binary payouts, this screen? Does anybody have any question on this screen, the different binary payouts? I mean, it's straightforward, but we're just wanting to toss that out, because we got to figure out how this will work for Africa. It works for here because people can go online and make orders. It could work in Africa because you also have your replicator website, or somebody could give you the money to get products with them. But we want to take away most of the manual work involved. But the power here is the fact that you can actually do this for free, and you can do it with the least possible amount, if possible. You can do it for free, and you can do it with the least possible amount possible. Because most companies will tell you pay 50 EV, and we would carry your PV to the next month. You don't get any cycle. Being in companies, we try to do that, but we've said, you know what, we're going to liberalize this whole binary system, whereby the lowest denominator can actually participate in the system. So does anybody have any question on this?
I really want to commend this vanishing smart ship. It's going to be a very a game changer for the business in Africa, because auto ship has been a very huge problem. People don't really understand that is the lifeline of the business, like your overhead cost in your business every month. People see it as like a burden. And because of that, a lot of Asian companies have come in telling people you don't need to do auto ship. So it boils down to almost like recruiting, and they dry out after some time. But with this, you give people leverage to be able to get in their customers, and then after a time, auto ship becomes easy for them because they also need the product for themselves, not just getting customers. So this is a very good innovation.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to be a community of leaders, of users of the product, like Dr. Pius said. I mean, because the products are good enough for us to sell, and they're good enough for us to use as well. So we liberalized this whole process. A lot of thought came into this. We discussed with Pastor Sunday. Dr. Sunday. I'm just going to keep calling you Dr. Sunday, but we had a lot of discussion. Pastor Bear and I, and Ty and Dr. Matt. We said, how can we make this available to the least of us? I mean, make it free. Just by a little effort, everybody can participate in this. All right, so
in addition, Dr. Ben, we forgot to mention that even though we have a rank of star maker, we actually changed the cycle on the binary from 500 points. That it'll cycle on a binary, the 4%, 6%, 10 or 14%. It'll cycle at only 250 lesser tree volume points. So you may not have a rank, but at least you're going to get paid.
Right. Right. So we actually when we started, you could only cycle at 500 PV minimum left, right. But now we've actually brought it down to once you hit 250 PV, your binary kicks in. So whether you have a rank or not, but you can actually binary cycle on this.
So it
But
may
if you
not be big money, but it's something.
Right. If you
Yeah,
do
that's
6%,
great.
yeah, if you do 4%, you do 6%, if you do 10% or 14%, at least the first few days of being in the business, you can actually start to earn. So this compensation plan has been taught about from a CARES perspective, from understanding the market's perspective, from talking to Sunday, talking to Pastor Ben, talking to our other co-founders, and we've been able to come up with a very liberalized system that everybody could benefit from that. Let me throw in another slide that sometimes people get. Okay, does anybody have any question on this slide? This is really powerful. This was the idea of Dr. Pastor Bear, whereby he's always talking about let's teach them how to build depths and width. Does anybody have a question on this?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Bear, for the wonderful presentation. And Dr. Ben, thank you so much for your explanations. I just want to make a contribution. We are also considering a situation whereby for those that cannot pay their authorship, or let me use authorship so that we understand it well. Maybe the company and they have commissions to earn. They have a choice of allowing the company to deduct the money from their commissions, and then with some charges, which is optional, which is going to be optional. We are still working on it so that everybody will make money. Nobody will have an excuse. Because sometimes when it's time, authorship time, some people tend to have some problems, and they cannot even pay, and they cannot even buy, and they lose their monies. Upward is a very liberal company, and we love the people who want to put money in the hands of the people. So we'll give people that choice to make. It will only come with some certain charges for that. If you want that package during registration, you can opt for that package as well. But it's still on the pipeline. We're still deliberating on it. And there are some fantastic things that will be coming up for Upward members. And Pastor Ben, will you allow me to spill it out?
Please, absolutely. I mean, we're all here. We got the leaders. We got the leaders that are going to be responsible for it.
With time, very short, Upward members who in Nigeria, some of you will be able to have a LAN in Abuja, Banana Island, and those in Ghana here, you also be able to have lands in some exotic places. This company is not just a network. It's a company that is out to make the difference, to show people that and to tell people that, look, we are here to change the game. There'll be some fantastic things that will be coming our way. And what we need to do as country directors for us to enjoy all this, the ball is in our hands. We must go all out, both in dedication, in passion, hard work, to mention but few. Because at the end of the day, all of you in this room, the next 6 months to 1 year, you'll be singing a new song to God. Because the song will be hallelujah. Praise God. He has done it for me. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Pastor Sunday. I mean, Pastor Sunday kind of noted something very important. You know, the Bible talks about going to every man's world. So we're not just going to be a health supplement company. We're going to be a leader in the real estate space. We're going to be the leader in the manufacturing space. And all of this are going to be within your purview. I mean, Richard, it's going to be you. It's going to be your company. Dr. Pius, you're going to be the one on the stage. You're going to be the one leading the mission. You're going to be the one working with the Olympic charity. It's all going to be you guys today. I mean, it's going to be you who's going to be like, okay, we've just opened this plot of land. How do we engage in expanding that? It's going to be you guys welcoming Pastor Bear, because we understand network marketing. There's a lot of money, but the problem is that somebody's always greedy somewhere, right? Somebody's always greedy somewhere. I don't know, it could be the founder, it could be somebody, but we're trying to take all of that and all our learnings and make something really transformational and transgenerational. Richard, Dr. Richard, please go ahead. You got to unmute yourself, sir.
So far, so good. Thank you for the presentation. I think the questions from Mr. David and from us, together with all the presentations that Ben you've made and then the president have made, have put a lot of things into perspective for me. So thank you for that. Last week, we saw some figures. We saw 27.5, which I was thinking was going to be the entry point. That is the lowest package. I can see that it is completely out. So I believe that now officially, our lowest package is going to be 55 PV. If that is correct, you can confirm it. And then apart from that, I think for me, for all this to come to complete harmony, I would like to see the prices of products and PVs different. Then in that case, I think I can have a complete manner on what we have. So far, so good. I cannot be able to mention all the points in the operational plan. It beats everything I have in the market. And I think we have what it takes to go out proudly and present our business. And the better part of this, we have the opportunity to spread the gospel. So we can respond to questions and then also the product prices and the associated fees. Thank you, sir.
All right, that's a good question. No, we're not going to change anything on anybody. Why we didn't really display this today is because we need to sit down with Sunday and talk about products that go into every pack. The decision has been made to make our sampler pack our starter pack. The sampler pack is going to be 27.5 feet. That way, we can make this accessible to the most, I hate to use the word the least of us, but to make it available to the most of us. So the document, obviously the other document is going to be updated, but this is how we intend to roll the market with the least pack as a sampler pack. From a cost perspective, that's what you're looking at. There are a few things we need to discuss with you guys with Sunday. The key thing we have to deal with right now is the X factor, the exchange factor, and then the com factor, the commission factor. We don't want to be cutting our pants down, obviously, because we know Africa has a tendency to spring surprises when it comes to exchange rates. So collectively, we have to decide the three things we have to decide. We have to decide, do we go with an above the standard exchange rate and give ourselves some point basis, some spread that can allow us to mitigate any unforeseen future circumstances, or do we straddle in a way that we commission at a rate and we exchange sell at a rate? So these are decisions we must make with you guys, because you got to commit to it once we make it. But from the analysis you see on the screen, we have used, based on discussions with Sunday, we have used two factors. The X factor is 13, like for Ghana. The COM factor is 10. Would that be the right number? Would those be the right numbers? You have to figure that out with African president. That's why this is not really out in front of you guys. For Nigeria, these are all potential. We've used an X factor of 1,500, which is where the Naira is to the dollar right now, I think. And we've used a COM factor for 1,000. So Pastor Sunday and Pastor Kalu and Adeyemi, you guys will have to come up with this. Because when you come up with this, it is your decision. We're here from corporate to guide you. But you're going to have to say, for my market, these are the right variables. So Dr. Richard, that's why I skipped this intentionally, but we want to return to this based on feedback from the African president in cahoot with you in making this decision. I don't know if that answered the question. Richard, I don't know if you waved. I don't know if you said a word. We couldn't hear you, Richard. Oh, I couldn't hear you. I don't know. Did everybody hear Richard?
You can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so yes, you've answered the question. So we wait for the African president to engage with the African president and see the exchange rates. Even where we are at the moment, it's not looking bad though. But then we can sit again and talk about it. But
right.
Thank you. Yeah, I am particularly happy about the fact that the sampler pack is going to be at 27.5. That is a game changer. What it does is that we have literally beaten the Nigerian companies on in the market, and for us, it's a good way to start. So thank you so much, Dr. Sandy. I know you've made so much input into this, Mr. Sandy. Thank you for your inputs. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so I think you guys have been on the call for about 2 hours. This is amazing. This just talks about the power of the strategy we're trying to create. So let's kind of wrap it up with our president kind of closing the call for us. But the next steps, Pastor Sunday, we had a planner for the week. So Pastor Sunday, what would be the next step for us today, tomorrow? And then after Pastor Sunday, President, would you kind of close the call?
The next step for today, before we round up, is for you to let us know if the software has been opened for pre-registration to start. Because that was in our plan of action for Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. All right, so so that's a good point. So let me just demo the software. Please give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll demo the software for you guys, and Pastor Bear, please feel free to contribute to this as well.
Yeah, when I demoed it earlier, it hadn't been opened yet, so we may have to do it tomorrow or by Monday.
Hold on a second. I think it can be done. Hold on. Pastor Bear, can you see my screen or no?
No.
All right, just give me a second. All right, let me, I did text to Shar earlier. Let's see if he's opened it up, but I'm gonna demo the, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's all, yeah.
Yeah. It's gone black a little bit. I have that blue screen.